Okay, Shelley, so just take some nice deep relaxing breaths and just allowing your body to relax, to let go, be still, knowing there's nothing for you to do, nowhere to go, but inside. And as you focus on your breath, taking your attention to your heart, becoming aware of your body, just allowing yourself to notice any sensations in your body, saying hello to your body, beautiful body. And as you breathe out, taking your attention down to the soles of your feet, imagine beautiful golden roots going deep, deep down into the earth, connecting with Mother Earth, Gaia, connecting with the crystal grids, and going beneath the crystal grids, connecting with the mineral kingdom, feeling that beautiful, loving, supportive, nurturing energy. Allowing yourself to be held, supported, nourished, and nurtured. Knowing that you're connected with everything that is. Feeling safe and secure. And just allowing yourself to bask in those energies for a moment. Relaxing deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper. More and more relaxed. And as you breathe in now, breathing in all of that love, joy, nurturing, supportive energy. Bringing that energy up through every cell of your entire being. Up into your body, into your legs, your thighs, your stomach. Up into your torso, your chest, your shoulders relaxed. Feeling loved and supported. Connected with all that is. And as you bring your energy to your heart, I want you to imagine a beautiful door within your heart. Notice the colour, size and shape of this door. And in a moment, the door will open and you can walk through. And on the other side of this door, beautiful light, a beautiful path that will lead you to a place where you can connect with all those aspects of yourself that we might call parallel realities. Connecting with your multi-dimensional self. And so as I count to 3, on the count of 3, the door will open and you will go through that door. 1, 2, 3. The door opens and you go through the door, walking into this beautiful white light. Feeling safe, feeling loved, and perhaps curious about what you'll discover. You're breathing relaxed. And before you, you notice a path, beautiful path that will lead you to a space where you can connect with these multi-dimensional aspects of you. So in your own time, making your way along this path, noticing what you notice, enjoying the journey, and perhaps curious about what you'll discover, knowing that your higher self is guiding you always. And in a moment or two, you arrive at this special place. And you can let me know what you see, hear, and experience.
I believe I'm in a place in Peru.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's called Tuca or something like that.
Oh, okay. And what are you doing there?
I lived there.
Mm-hmm.
With my tribe.
With your tribe, you live there. Okay, so just take a moment to look down at your feet and tell me what you have on your feet.
Nothing.
So you bare?
Yeah, my feet are bare.
Mm-hmm. And what else are you wearing?
Very simple clothes made of reeds.
Mm-hmm.
Made of leaves.
And are you male or female?
I'm not sure at the moment.
So look at your feet.
I'm male.
You're male.
I can tell by my feet. They're big.
Good. So do you have a name?
Tyrian?
Tyrian.
Tyrian. Tyrian.
Okay. I'm not sure if I'm going to pronounce that properly.
You can call me Tiri.
Terry, okay, I can manage that. Okay, so Terry, tell us about this lifetime. Do you have family? What do you do?
Yeah. We are one big family.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe I have a family as such at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But we are one big family.
That's nice. Is that good to have one big family?
Yes.
You enjoy it? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Cool. And how old are you?
I would say I'm in my prime. I want to say 30s, but between, I don't know, kind of 20, 30s.
Mm-hmm.
I'm quite young.
Okay, so you're in your prime. And how do you spend your daily life?
So we spend our daily lives, we go to the temples, and I myself in particular are in contact with what you call ET beings,
Mm-hmm.
sky beings.
And what's your role in that contact with the sky beings?
am an intermediate intermediary.
Mm-hmm.
So I instigate the communication with the sky beings.
And how do you communicate with the sky beings?
I have a big golden disc that I use. We place it at the top of the temple, high up.
Can you describe the temple?
So the temple is a very tall structure with many, many steps going up to a platform. And we build them very tall so we can reach the sky people easier.
So is it what we would call a pyramid, stepped pyramid?
Yes, similar, but there's no point at the top.
Yeah.
It's flat.
It's flat. And why is it flat at the top?
Because it's a platform.
And a platform for?
So we can stand at this high point. It brings us closer to the sky people.
Okay, so you said you have a golden disc.
Yes, a bit like a gong, but it's not used for gong for that type of purpose. Generally, when the sun is at its highest point, the sun reflects off the disc. And this is the time that is more favourable to connect and contact. I want to say gods.
And these gods that you contact and connect with, where do they come from?
They come from the stars.
And is there a particular star that they come from, or a particular group of stars?
At the time, I was not aware of any particular star.
And would Shelley know the stars that you've heard to?
Yeah, I'm Pleiades.
Okay. So Terry, tell us about these star beings that you connected with. What kind of information or what kind of connection did you have with them?
When we look at the sky at night, we just see the sea of stars twinkling, the moon. We see the sun rise and the moon rise. And we ponder and we wonder what's up there. And I felt a need to connect with something. I didn't know what. I felt that there was more to what was within the sky, the night sky. I felt there was more. There was something out there. And the people were very interested. They wanted to explore this theory.
And is that something that was taught? Is that in the history of your family to watch the stars?
Yes,
Yeah.
they assisted us with in the beginning when planting cycles
Mm-hmm.
for crops. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so this relationship grew,
And
and
was that relationship with all of the people, or do you have particular people that connect with the star beings?
so you have specific people like myself
Mm-hmm.
who are the ones who connect
Mm-hmm.
with them, bring them through, if you like.
Mm.
They are the intermediate,
Mm-hmm.
I can't say the word.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I do. So you're the intermediate, or the intermediary. I can't
Yeah,
say the word either.
yes, that's the one.
So you connect with the star beings and then you relay their messages, is that right?
Yes.
And what kind of messages do they bring you? Do you
They bring
see?
us messages of hope.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Um, they sometimes assist us if in times of struggle.
Mm.
They assist us. Um, they make us feel that there is hope,
Mm.
that there will be enough food. They bring us comfort.
Mm. Good. And so, can we move forward in this lifetime and see what happens? So just taking a breath and allowing yourself to move to the next significant moment.
I'm now sensing the sky people have come here,
Mm-hmm.
physically come here.
Uh-huh. Do they come physically often?
When not too often.
Mm.
Um, periodically.
Mm-hmm. How do they arrive?
In a ship.
Mm-hmm. You mean a boat?
No, they came from the sky in a big bright light.
So like a spaceship, yeah?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's like a disc,
Uh-huh.
a bright light disc.
Mm-hmm. Has it got a particular shape?
Like, I'm trying to think of the chocolate. It's got a hard shell.
Uh-huh.
You get them in Revels.
Like minstrels.
Yeah, I think so. Is that them? They're not a disc. They're raised in the middle.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I can't think what that.
Okay. So it's kind of like a disc shape that's raised in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And what do these beings look like? Can you see them? Describe them.
Yeah, they're very different to us.
Mm-hmm.
They are very white, pale skin,
Mm-hmm.
almost translucent, very... Their skin doesn't look like our skin at all. It's very different. And their faces are very different.
Mm-hmm.
They have eyes, but they're bigger. And their bone structures are more carved, more pronounced.
Mm-hmm.
Their noses are smaller. Their mouths are smaller.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have ears.
Got no ears.
No ears. They have necks, but they're long and thin.
Mm-hmm.
And their bodies are more long and thinner, smaller, longer arms, longer legs.
Mm. And what do they wear?
They wear like a sort of long cloak,
Mm-hmm.
but fancy. It swishes and sways. It's made of very shimmering, glittery material like the stars.
Mm-hmm.
The way they shimmer.
Sounds beautiful.
Their feet are similar, but they have one big toe and a middle toe and a small toe, and their feet are very wide near the toes.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine like my feet, but a lot wider at the end.
Mm-hmm. So they're very different.
Yes, very different to us. But they feel somewhat familiar to me. I don't...
Mm-hmm.
When I saw them, it felt very familiar.
Mm.
It didn't shock me. At first, many of us were very scared because we'd never seen these people before. And in time, they grew to trust the relationship that we had. And I taught them that these people, they come in peace, they help us.
So what do they... You said that they come physically now in the ship. What's the purpose of their visit?
To make contact,
Mm-hmm.
to create a bond,
Mm-hmm.
to teach us better ways of doing things,
Mm-hmm.
teaching us about crop rotation
Mm-hmm.
and better ways to irrigate the land to produce more food.
Mm.
I'm sensing that there is a mutual respect
Mm-hmm.
for the earth and flow of the earth, how everything is interconnected. They teach us the importance of respecting the earth. I wonder if the other tribes in other places are in contact with these beings.
The beings don't talk about that with you?
No. I sense there is some teachings with regards to time. How to calculate time.
Sounds as though they have a lot of wisdom.
Oh yes. Yes, they come to teach us how to live better lives. I see my people celebrating. We get dressed up and we put paint on our faces and we light a big fire. We dance around the fire. Calling and inviting the sky people to come and visit us. If you like, you could call it a ritual.
Are you a shaman?
A
priest?
If that is what you would wish to call me, yes.
Is that a part of your role?
Yes. I'm a healer as well. People come to me for healing.
And what do you eat? Do you eat in these celebrations?
Yes. Yeah.
What do you eat?
We may meat. Meat. Hog.
Hog meat.
Meat. On the fire. I'm seeing like a stone structure on either side, and there is a thick piece of wood that goes over the top, and the animal is put on there, and it is turned periodically over the fire. I feel I must tell you about something else. I must tell you about the crystal skull.
Oh, please do.
There is a crystal skull in one of our temples. It was a gift from the sky people. We have it in a special temple on a stone plinth, quite high up. And this crystal skull is very powerful. When you touch the skull, you feel its wisdom. You can feel the stars, the moon, the sun. We can feel that space, that endless blackness. Only certain people are allowed to touch the skull.
And are you one of those people?
Yes. The skull is very dear to me. I feel it is a way of contacting the sky people without them being present. The information that they would give us, we can. This information comes from the skull.
Beautiful. I wonder what type of skull it is.
It's clear with some sort of markings in the middle, like cloudy bits. It's not completely clear. It has, when you look inside, you can see the moons and the stars glistening.
Beautiful. So shall we move forward in time?
Yes. I feel I have caught a fever.
Oh dear.
There are my people around me. They are placing special leaves upon my body to take the fever out of my body. I feel it is time to move on. Within our temples, there are many carvings that tell the story of our progress. My time is done.
So what happens next?
I feel I have left this body. And I am reunited with those sky people. It seems so much clearer now, more familiar. I understand now. Understand what that life was about.
What were you learning from that life?
My life was to enlighten, to bring hope, to reconnect with the sky people.
Mm-hmm.
To bring knowledge, to assist in the progression of the people.
Mm.
And famine was common. They needed assistance. In order for them to thrive, they needed knowledge.
So you were the intermediary in that lifetime to help bring
Yeah.
through that knowledge. Mm.
Yes.
And are you pleased with that lifetime and how it went?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And so what happens now?
I feel they are discussing what is the best thing to do next.
Mm-hmm.
I feel these lords of light they know what is best.
Mm. These lords of light, are they Palladian beings?
The Lyran,
They're Lyran. Mm-hmm. Can you describe them, what they look like?
they're the ones I've described earlier.
Mm-hmm.
He has a big golden crown.
Mm-hmm.
They are the overseers, the watchers.
Mm-hmm.
They know what's best. They know
Mm-hmm.
there is always choice.
Mm-hmm.
If I do not wish to pursue their instructions, that is okay, but I wish to be of assistance.
Mm-hmm.
So it is an honour to take their instruction.
Mm-hmm. And so they guide you into your next experience.
Yes.
Mm. So where are you going next?
I'm feeling I'm moving continents now.
Mm-hmm.
Feel I am going to the Americas.
Mm-hmm.
to the Indian tribes.
Mm-hmm.
You are familiar to me. All these beings, these tribes, tribal people, are very familiar to me.
Mm-hmm. What tribes
They,
are they?
they are what you would call Native American Indian.
Mm-hmm.
They assisted me greatly in this lifetime, this current lifetime now.
Mm-hmm. And are they particular tribes or? Are you going into a physical incarnation?
Yes, yes.
Into which tribe?
And Namaha,
Mm-hmm.
it is interesting how on one continent there are struggles, and then on the next continent there are similar struggles.
Mm.
Generally survival struggles.
Mm-hmm.
It is a hard life, but a rewarding life.
Rewarding in what way?
And that, compared to the life that humans live now, in this year we are in, there is more reward. There is more connection with the tribe.
Mm-hmm.
There may be, it's a harder life, but there's more respect for one another, for the land, for the animals. There's more gratitude for the food.
Mm-hmm. And are you male or female?
I feel I am male.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a name we can call you? What do people call you?
Itaka.
Can you say it again?
Itaka.
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 Mm-hmm. And how old are you, Itaka?
Again, I'm in my prime. I feel I have a similar role.
Mm-hmm.
As you put it, shaman,
Mm-hmm.
healer,
Yeah.
spirit keeper, connector.
Mm-hmm. So let's condense time and move forward to the next significant time. Tell me what's happening now.
I feel there is a terrible drought.
Mm-hmm.
People are losing hope. They fear that the rains do not come soon. we will not survive. But I know the wisdom behind this.
Mm-hmm.
This is part of their, if you like, learning. We must learn to be more resourceful.
In what way?
To work more with the land, although there is a mutual respect.
Mm-hmm.
They must learn to work more with the land and to understand that this is a cycle. It will pass.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel people are losing hope.
Mm.
People are very hungry. They are beginning to turn on each other, if you like. This again is a test. And I understand this test. And I try to reassure them. I try to keep the peace.
Mm-hmm.
But there are some who do not wish to be in peace. I see that there is a separation. There is a divide that is beginning to appear.
Mm-hmm.
There are some who are planning to move on. Others wish to stay and in hope that the rains will come soon. They do
Mm-hmm.
not wish to leave their homeland. But there are others who are impatient,
Mm-hmm.
who do not trust that the rains are coming. They are very, very desperate. I myself have the faith that the rains will come.
Mm-hmm. Have you been shown the rains?
I just know that they will come.
Mm-hmm. So let's move forward and see what happens next.
So those people moved on.
Mm-hmm.
The village has now been divided. I feel we are a very small population now.
Mm-hmm.
We are regrowing, recreating crops. The rains did come.
You were right to have faith.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I feel many have perished in their journey.
Mm-hmm.
Those who left perished. Many perished. Many died.
Mm-hmm.
But it has created a divide has created tension. Between the two. And I feel because of this there is bloodshed. Man, the one they follow, is very angry. He wishes to seek justice for those who lost their lives. You see, there are many lessons that are being learnt, many tests, many initiations. I see that. I feel that.
Who does he want to seek justice from?
From those who stayed, those who he feels that did not give them the knowledge, blames the elders. So we have been divided.
So what happens now that you're divided?
There is much tension.
It's almost like two different tribes.
Yes. This is a shame. We once lived in peace.
It's very sad. So what happens next?
Many years of bloodshed, fear, things feel they will never be the same. We are constantly in fear of being attacked. I feel they will never stop until they seek justice.
And do you have family, Ataka?
No, not children.
Do you have a wife?
Yes.
What's her name?
Mia.
Mia. So just take a moment to look into Mia's eyes and see if there's any recognition for anybody that Shelley may be with in this lifetime.
Yeah. My son.
It's your son. So let's move forward and see what happens next.
So there is still unrest. We are thriving. Food is abundant. We are growing in numbers. We are doing healing in the tribe.
Mm-hmm.
Life is good apart from the tension.
Mm-hmm.
It feels this is just the way things will be. We're out hunting for food. And we come across the other tribe.
Mm-hmm.
There is always tension. We will get the kill first.
Mm.
And as before, we lived in peace.
Mm.
And we would share the kill, eat it together in harmony. You see, everybody needs to learn, needs to relearn
Mm.
harmony, peace, unity. This is their lesson.
Mm.
They need to come together. And I feel eventually this will happen. But there will be much suffering.
Mm-hmm. So let's condense time and move forward. See what's happening. Do we find peace with the tribe? Does that peace come in your lifetime? What happens?
The beginnings of it in my very old age,
Mm-hmm.
when the white man comes into the village.
Mm-hmm. And do you know what year it is now?
'17 something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure.
It's okay. So the white man comes into the village, and what happens?
This creates tension between the white man and us. And I feel we are becoming united with the other tribe, the white man.
Mm-hmm.
The white man's presence makes us all feel uneasy.
Mm. What is it that makes you feel uneasy about the white man's presence?
So they are very different to us.
In what way?
It's the way that they conduct themselves is very different.
Mm-hmm.
In a way, it is a blessing that it has brought the tribes closer together.
Yes.
But they are creating a sense of unease within the groups.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I feel they have a motive. They wish to control, divide, separate.
So let's move forward and see if you're right. What what happens next?
Well, I was right.
Mm-hmm.
The white man is causing trouble. They want us to move on.
Mm-hmm.
We do not wish to move on. This is our land. This is our sacred land. Where our ancient brothers and sisters have lived upon this land.
Mm.
And this is something we all have in common.
Can you describe the land?
Oh, it is beautiful.
Is it rocky or is it a valley? What's the landscape like?
It's very green.
Mm-hmm.
Pastures,
Mm-hmm.
fertile.
Is it flat?
No, slightly hilly, hills.
Mm-hmm. And what would we call this part of America now? Shelley may know.
Not sure, but I'm just Arizona. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So Tyrion, what happens next? Sorry, Taka, what happens next?
So there is many years of unrest,
Okay.
many years of divide, many years of bloodshed,
Mm.
many years of discussion, peace talks.
And
We feel they will never give up. They will never stop.
So let's move forward, just condensing time and see what happens. We move forward to the end of your life. unless there's anything significant before then.
Nothing much has changed.
Mm.
Still unrest. They have restricted us to, we're only allowed in certain parts
Mm-hmm.
of the land. They don't allow us to go further, which is creating starvation. We're unable to hunt further afield.
That's not good.
There are borders, they've created borders.
Mm.
We are unable to cross these borders.
What would happen if you did cross them? Have people tried?
They would take us.
Mm-hmm.
And generally, you would never return.
Mm. So let's move forward and see what happens.
It is my time to pass.
Mm-hmm. How do you pass?
Through old age.
Mm-hmm.
My body is very old.
How old would you be in earthly terms, Itaka?
'70.
Mm-hmm.
Not much has changed. Only that we've learnt to adapt
Mm.
to our restricted life.
So let's move forward so that you can look back at that life out of the body. And what were you learning from that lifetime?
It was a collectively learning to live together,
Mm.
to hold the peace, to be the peace.
Mm.
I can hear a cat.
So you're learning to hold the peace. Perhaps my cat needs to learn a little bit more peace.
But also, for my own personal journey, was to learn more about humanity,
Mm-hmm. So let's ask, sorry, continue.
They very much wish to control one another. They struggle to live as a unit in peace. There is a need for possession.
I wonder what the Lords of Light have to say to humanity at this time.
No civilization goes through the journey simply. There will always be struggle. There will always be divide. For this is balance. It is how you approach one another with how you interact with one another. This is the journey. With evolution comes devolution. One step forward, 2 steps back. It is learning to create that balance of taking one step forward and then another step forward and then another step, instead of continuously backstepping. With your technology, you step forward, but as a collective race, you step back. And it is learning to balance these 2 polarities.
I wonder what it would take, because it seems to be that the leaders of our countries call the shots.
They are those who create instability.
And how are we to break that instability? I'm sure that there are a lot of humanity that are quite happy to live together peacefully. Of course,
This is where balance comes into force.
So what can humanity as a whole do to create the balance and the leadership?
Humanity will collectively unite to balance out these negativities. There will always be negativities, imbalance, but it is learning to rise above, to negate, to be strong, to stand in their own power.
And do you think that this is what the protesters are doing?
They are creating a wave of justice.
Mm-hmm.
They are creating the wave for others to follow.
Mm.
They can see this imbalance, this injustice.
Mm.
And within them is this force that wishes to expose those negative forces.
Mm.
You could say that that is the tidal wave.
Do you have any other guidance for humanity at this time?
Think with the heart, not with the mind.
Mm-hmm.
The collective thought with the heart, not with the mind, life would be very, very different.
Mm.
It is but a simple way of living. Many do not think with the heart, feel with the heart. They come from a place of the mind.
Mm.
And just having greater thought for all of humanity, the planet, taking responsibility. For everything. Individually taking responsibility. You could say that the seeds have been planted throughout the globe,
Mm-hmm.
and the seedlings are beginning to appear. This is what you would describe as the awakening.
Mm.
When people perceive life from a space in the heart, there will be peace.
Mm.
There will be love.
I wonder how long that will take.
It is a very long journey.
Mm. So thank you very much for sharing with us. I wonder if we can just briefly call in Shelley's higher self and just ask why those particular times, and anything that you want Shelley to know, anything that can be utilized in this lifetime.
Reconnecting with lives gone by. May be of assistance.
Mm-hmm. Would you like to integrate those lifetimes for Shelley? Bring forward all of those gifts that she's had. To integrate Tyrian and Itaka, shamanic healing gifts, connections with the crystal skull. Know that she's already on that pathway again. But perhaps there are things that can be integrated.
It's bringing through that knowledge that was generated in those lifetimes.
Yes.
Or it can be of use to those souls who are awakening. The knowledge and the wisdom that was generated from those past lives. And it's useful information to bring forward.
So let's invite the unconscious mind now to bring all of that knowledge and that wisdom, the lessons, blessings and gifts from those times and spaces, places, and to integrate all of that, everything that is of use and benefit to Shelley in this lifetime. Bring all of that forward into every cell of her being. Remembering all that she needs to remember and allowing anything that no longer serves to simply drift away, pass through, so that you can maintain all the lessons, the blessings and the gifts, abilities, knowledge and wisdom. And let go of anything that is not serving. Bringing through that faith and that trust. This beautiful connection with the star beings. And knowing that you can continue to develop that connection. Knowing that you can survive and thrive. And live your life to the fullest. So we're going to ask those beings to step back, knowing that you can connect with them at any time. And just being aware if there are other beings, other aspects of you that are wishing to integrate, knowing that we can come back to them in the next session. We're just sending out love from your heart to all those aspects of you. And feeling that love returned to your heart. Bringing that beautiful wisdom through every cell of your being, that love, connection, all of your multidimensional aspects, through every cell of your being, Connecting down to Mother Earth, taking your energy beneath the crystal grids, feeling the love and support of Mother Earth, love, support of the sky beings, star beings, and all aspects of you, all time, space, dimension, and reality. Knowing that you're loved, guided, and supported. And when you're ready, wiggling your fingers and toes and bringing your awareness back into full waking consciousness. Feeling refreshed and remembering all that you need to remember.
Oh, oh, oh.
Hello. That was interesting.
Well, that was weird. At the end, when you was just talking, I saw a reptilian, and then I saw Henry VIII.
Ah, interesting. Oh, well, maybe we'll speak with them on Wednesday, or not.
Oh.